Hi, how's everyone doing? Welcome to the Yoga Moves Us 6 o'clock Vinyasa class, and we'll get started in just a minute. I'm going to log in as well on my computer, and you're welcome to tell me anything you want to work on, anything how you're feeling in terms of energy or positions you want to do. And there's also a playlist on the Yoga Moves Us website. If you're interested, you can play it, skip songs, or play your own playlist as well. So we'll just give another minute for people to join in, and then we'll get started. Comments. I'm just going to fix the camera a little bit. So, if there's no request, then we're going to go ahead and get started in a nice, tall, upright, seated position. Just bringing the hands to the knees. Closing the eyes, and just begin to get settled, and you're welcome to start the playlist or your music at any time. Just taking a few moments to become the observer and taking yourself outside of it and just seeing how you feel, how the energy is. And the temperature of the body. And see how you feel physically. Is there any, tight spots you're already kind of wanting to wiggle a bit? Are you a bit antsy like I am? Observe your emotions. Any tightness or friction in the emotions or the spirit. And we take this time in yoga to recharge, to keep ourselves healthy, keep ourselves motivated to do the work that we need to do. And so with that, this is the time to really let go. We'll begin with the head and neck. Just take the hands to the jaw and begin to massage a bit. You can move up a bit by the ears, in front of the ears. And then drop the chin to the chest. Bring the hands, clasp them, and just gently, depending on how you feel, bring the shoulders back, but then let the head be cradled. Let it rock a little side to side. And then we'll just come into some neck circles. So right ear to right shoulder, up and around 3 times. And then switching directions. And then coming back to center, some shoulder rolls, front and back. 3 and 3. And then just take the arms and reach them nice up and tall. Pull in the belly a little bit and feel a lengthening in the body. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring the arms out, lift the chest up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale out. One more, breathe in. This time on the exhale, you'll twist over to the right. Left hand comes to the right knee. Next, inhale, back to center, lifting up long. Exhale over to the left. Next inhale, come back to center, reach the arms up nice and tall. Feel like you could lift out of the sit bones. Exhale, bring the hands down to the center. Just taking a moment to think about what you may need to recharge on. An area of strength to develop. And we'll take one Om together. Take a deep breath in. And when you're ready, gently come onto hands and knees. And just begin to shift the hips side to side, maybe lifting the opposite knee off a little. And then really engage the belly here, and then extend the right leg long, reaching back. And then we'll come into some hip circles. So reaching the leg out and around 3 times, and then switching directions. And take your time. And when you're done, release. Just extend the right leg, same leg long. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, lift the knee, curl in. Hold tight, tight, tight. Inhale, extend long, place the toes down, arch. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And just release, shift the hips a little bit again. And stick out the tongue if you like. For me, these last few weeks and the onset of warmer temperatures is a lot of reason to exhale. So we'll switch to the other leg, extending the left leg long. Really feeling the lift in the upper body, so we're not collapsing in, nice and strong. And then hip circles again, 3 both directions. Nice. And then extend long. Place the left toes down, arch the spine. Exhale, curl and bring the left knee in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Release the feet and knees down. Just crawl onto your forearms here. And crawl onto the balls of the feet. Lift up into dolphin pose here. Taking a few breaths. And then if you can, press up into your hands at the same time, coming into downward facing dog. Beginning to open the arms a bit more. And then from here, you'll take your right hand, reach back for your left ankle, and just get a little twist, opening up. When you're ready, switching to the other side. You You can always do this on your knees too if it's a bit too much. And then gently release. Begin to walk the feet up towards the hands. And then hang in a gentle ragdoll, interlacing at the elbows. See if you can bring the elbows a little bit back behind, maybe shimmying out the shoulders a little bit. And then really using the breath to open up the upper back. So really send the breath into the lungs in the back of the body. Just stay here for another 3 breaths. Nice. And then the next inhale, come to a halfway lift. Really lengthen the spine. Pull the shoulder blades back. Exhale, fold. 2 more like that. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Feel the joy of the muscles. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. And this time, inhale, stand all the way up, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back to a high plank. Just pause here. Take an inhale, come forward. Exhale, press the heels back. Inhale. Exhale. Take 1 more breath in. Really feel the belly kind of lift up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Press into the knees and hands. Press back to a child's pose. Take 1 breath in and a breath out. Inhale back up onto hands and knees. Exhale, press back to a downward dog. Breathing here. So really just take care of yourselves. You know, we're not in the same room together. So go at your own pace. You can always watch. You can always rest. You can also do as you please. Just take care of yourselves. On your next breath in, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees, step to the top of the mat. Halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, lower all the way or halfway down on the exhale, then the inhale brings you up. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend. Make your way forward. Lengthen. Feel the end of the inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Really nice. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, lower down, take your time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. And coming down onto the forearms again. Breathing here, inhaling, exhaling. Nice, and then just lower the knees down, bring the heels together, rest down in child's pose for 2 breaths. Press back into the hands. Come back to downward facing dog. Next inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees, feel light, make your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand up, rise and reach. Exhale, hands to the heart, and then just release them down by the side. Let's take a breath here. So we're going to try this little dragon sequence. So we'll go slow at first, and hopefully you'll be able to follow along. It's kind of fun. I learned it from a teacher who learned it from a teacher. So bring your feet together, stand up nice and tall, and then we're going to lift the right knee up. Flex the foot, stand here. If you want, you can bring the arms up, opening the dragon wings. Take another breath in here, open the chest, and exhale. You're going to bring the right foot back, bring your wings back into airplane pose. On your next inhale, you're going to bend the left leg, step back, and come into a runner's lunge. So your hands frame the left foot here. Keep the right foot on the mat. Open up, dragonfly twist here. Breathing in and out. Breath in and out. Bring the left hand down. Bring the hands inside. And you're going to bow down to the earth here. So you may need to step your left foot out a little bit. Bend at the elbows and see if you can bow down. Press back up. Now plant the right foot. We're going to spin all the way around to the other side and come back into the same position. You may need to wiggle the feet. Take your time. Now we're bowing inside of the right foot. Come back up. Left hand stays on the ground. Right arm reaches up. Dragonfly twist. Last inhale, reach up. Exhale, release the right hand, frame the right foot. Now we're gonna launch here. So we're gonna lift up, back into airplane, press off, lift up. And then when you're ready, slowly bring the left leg with you, coming back to standing, open your wings. Take one more breath in here. And exhale, release. Just bring the hands to the hips here. You can separate the feet a bit. Just come into some hip circles. Hopefully you guys got it. We'll try and do it on the other side. Go back and forth a couple times. Or we can go around. So let's try that. Let's come back to where we were, standing at the top. This time we'll do one breath, one movement. So inhale, lift the left leg, reach the arms up. Exhale, back, airplane pose. Inhale, runner's lunge. Plant the hands down, look up. Exhale, just curl the body in here. Pull the belly in. Inhale, right arm reaches up, dragonfly twist. Exhale, release the hands inside, bow down. Inhale all the way up and around. Down inside the left. Inhale, open up, dragonfly twist. Exhale, frame the left foot. Breathe in and out. On the next inhale, we're gonna fly forward here, lifting up. Take another breath in. And then bring the knee in, reach up. Exhale, release down. And then again, just separate the feet a little wider here. And we're gonna come into some hip circles and a bit of a semi-goddess. So kind of just a gentle bend in the knees, gentle bend in the hips, still kind of tucking the tailbone here. And then we'll do some hip circles as well. Maybe 5. And switching. Nice. And then just shake that out. So you can come down here and then come into a squat. So we've already played with a little bit of balance. You can shift the weight here and see where the balance is. And then gently press the hands down, turn the heels out so the toes face in, and just come into Prasarita, holding on at the ankles, or you can also clasp behind the back and stretch over. And gently release the hands. Bring the hands to the hips. Slowly come all the way back up. So these are just our really nice like warrior 2 hips, right? So we're going to turn the right toes out. You'll start to see how the hips now want to turn this way, right? So in warrior 2, we're still trying to keep them parallel. So begin to slowly come in to that bend in the right knee, but keeping the hips turned. I like to kind of put my right hand on my right thigh and push it back, as well as my left thigh and pushing it back. So don't worry about your arms and where you're looking. Let's just focus on the base, right? So we're pushing through both of the feet. We're centering the energy into the core, coming up. And then when you're ready from the bottom up, you can spread your beautiful wings. Three more breaths. Nice. Now we'll bend at the right elbow, resting the right elbow on the right knee. Left arm comes up and around. Three more breaths. You're welcome to bind. Take any variation that you like. On your next inhale, we'll reverse, coming up, right arm comes up, left arm down the leg or around the corner, back onto the right thigh. And 2 more breaths. And feel the posture. Really nice. And then straighten. Come back to our Prasarita. Jiggle the hips a little and then have a nice indulgent fold forward. One more breath here. And then bring the hands back to the hips. Slowly up. Same thing on the left side. Turn the left toes out. Keeping the hips nice and square, or at least finding that kind of struggle between the two, right? So we're coming in a bit, we're opening. last breath cycle. And then when you're ready, coming into your extended side angle, right arm reaches up. Keep pressing through the back heel. And moving into your reverse warrior. One more breath in here. And then straighten. Turn the toes back to forward and release. Just one breath in, one breath out. Inhale the arms back up. Exhale, warrior two to the right. Inhale, extended side angle. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, straighten, turn, and fold. Breathe in and out. Inhale, back up. Exhale, warrior two to the left. Inhale, extended. Sink in on the exhale. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, turn and fold. Breathe in and out. And then come up. Let's turn the toes out. We're gonna come down into goddess pose. So again, really trying to tuck that tail, seeing how you can be upright. And then you can just stay here and watch for this first round, but we're basically gonna come from this goddess or horse pose into half moon. So I'm gonna look over. If you look down at your right toes, you're basically gonna, and you can just stay here and have your thighs burning while I demonstrate. You're gonna lift up and try and push into the right hand and lift the left foot. And then we're gonna come back down, come back into goddess, and then half moon to the left. It's okay if you use your toe, or if you just wanna, come down and then lift up. See where you are in the transition. So we'll do a couple both sides. Can start here together in goddess. Take a breath in and out. Inhale, half moon over to the right, lifting up. Stay for the exhale. Breathe in, open up. Exhale, control back to a squat. Inhale, half moon to the left. Stay for the exhale. Breathe in. Exhale back. Good, we're still there. Nice, okay. So now let's come down into a deeper squat. We're gonna do the same thing. So we're here. Knees are popping on my end. Same thing here. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale all the way up to the right half moon. It's actually sometimes easier. Exhale all the way down to a squat. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, both sides. And then from here, just place the hands down, begin to roll up. You can shake the hips. Bring the hands to the hips, begin to roll all the way up to standing. Nice. So a lot of these positions in yoga really kind of work the quads and can tighten the front of the quads and the hip flexors. So We just want to stretch those out a little bit. So first I would say, and I'll just show you, you can stay facing this way or facing the camera, but just from the side, just bring the hands to those hip flexors and just begin to come into a little bit of a back bend. Begin to stretch from the knees all the way up through the quads, feeling. See how engaging the legs will allow you to pull up and stretch the front of the body. And then gently come back to neutral. Wiggle the hips a little. And take a breath in, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step the right foot back, drop the right knee down. So again, here we're really focusing on opening up the front of the right hip. So come to kind of both knees in a 90-degree angle and bring the hands to the left knee. And see where you feel this stretch. You can kind of lean forward. I like coming kind of upright and tucking in the inner body. We're here for 4 more breaths, so find your variation. Nice, and then gently bring the hands down. You can scoot the right leg back a little bit. We're going to continue to deepen into this hip. So then you can reach around, and if it's comfortable or you want to fold your knee, you can reach back for the inside of the right foot. I like to kind of roll forward on the thigh a little bit to get a little bit more of a stretch. And then gently release the right leg. Come back into a runner's lunge and just move forward and back. Nice. And then we're going to place the hands on the mat. See if you can lift the left foot without it dragging on the mat. So we're really gonna kind of pull up through the body. See if you can get on the toes and sneak that leg out of there back into a downward dog. If it's not there today, just work towards it. Tomorrow, come back down onto the forearms. This time, walk the feet a little bit closer if you can. And then extend the right leg up, lifting up. You can bend the knee, open the hip. And then gently release the foot. Lay the knees down on the mat. Sit back and bend at the elbows, coming into a prayer behind the back of the neck. Last breath in and out. Releasing the hands back onto the floor, coming up and pressing back into a downward facing dog. Step the right leg forward. Again, trying to tuck and step without lifting the hand. Drop the left knee on the mat. Lift the upper body. Again, finding a stretch in the left hip flexor. I like to kind of reach over to the side a little bit, like you're pulling up the left side of the body. And the body's just like us. Sometimes it'll kind of do the easier thing and let the hips kind of come forward. And so we're kind of holding everything tight. We're tapping into the tapas, the discipline, the devotion. small things that make it right. The effort. And then gently release the hands. Bend the left knee, reach back for the left foot. Opening up the quads is really the key to kind of back bends, so that the front of the body is open and strong. And gently release. We'll do the same thing, framing the hands around the right foot. Press back into that runner's lunge. So instead of, arching the spine here, we're gonna curl it in, and with that curl, you're gonna try and bring that right foot. I kind of like to wiggle up on the ball. Lift back to a downward dog. Really nice. Come back down onto your forearms. And lift the left leg up. And gently release the knees down. Come back into a child's pose. One breath in. One breath out. Press back into the hands and knees. And then we're just going to sit back on our heels here. Nice and tall. Again, just getting into this back bend, so without all the effort of the legs, we can do it seated here. Bring the hands to the knees. On the inhale, arch the spine. Open the chest. Exhale, curl in. Really pull the belly in here. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Come into some camel variations. You can stand up on your knees here. Lengthen through the front of the body. So we're lengthening up here, right? Feel that opening in the back. So it's not so much about going back as lengthening here through the front of the body. You can bring the hands to the lower back. Take one more breath in, and then exhale, release down, back onto the heels. Reach the arms straight up, nice and tall and strong. And press the palms together, strength everywhere. And then gently release. We'll come up into one more camel here. You can flip the toes if you want, but again, think about lengthening, protecting the back, leaning back, and then if you like, reaching for the heels. Nice, and then coming back down, just finding the long spine but without the arms. And feel the physical, and emotional, and spiritual. Cool. So we're going to try forearm stand, which we've kind of almost been there. If you're not there and it's new, then wait for another time maybe, but you can definitely come into dolphin again, and it's definitely strengthening. If you want something more passive, you can come into puppy dog, where the arms stretch forward and the chest is opening. We're going to continue to open the chest, and actually the forearm stand is a bit of a back bend if you come into scorpion. So if you are trying it and you do fall, just make sure you tuck your neck. Fall is a good thing to learn. And then just, You want your arms nice and tight, not too far out to the sides. And then just play, have some fun. It'll definitely continue to build some heat. Try for a few breaths and then you can rest, and we'll all meet in child's pose soon. You can also just play with kind of kicking one leg a little bit and bouncing. So if you are up, the scorpion pose is where you open the knees and then come into a bit of a back bend here. Keep pressing into the elbows. And when you're ready, come down, extend the arms, and shift the hips side to side. Then we're really going to do the same thing, but really shift the hips to the side. So bring the hips all the way over to the right. Walk back all the way over to the left. Nice. And then come back up onto hands and knees, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to shift the hips all the way to the right, all the way to the left. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, press back into a downward facing dog. Feeling the length in the spine. And lift the right leg up. Exhale, bring the right knee to the right elbow. Hold for a breath in and a breath out. Inhale the leg back up. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Hold for the breath in and the breath out. Inhale it back to center. Exhale, bring the right knee to the right wrist. Now if you can, inhale, bring the right knee to the right armpit. Exhale it back down. Release the right leg. Finally. And then stay on the ball of the left foot. We'll come into pigeon here, but a little more active at first. So you can always place a block under here, but stay in a nice upright pigeon. Engage through the back leg. Find your back bend here. And when you've really found your place, there's a tendency for the left leg to kind of go out. So again, bring it back into that nice squareness. And then you can release the toe. Maybe clasp the arms behind the back. And come down and rest, recuperate. Let gravity do the work here. 5 to 7 breaths. When you're ready, begin to lift back up. What you're going to do is slide, lean over to the right, slide the left knee up so the left foot is sticking out. Stay where you are, but it'll look kind of like this from the front, so it's almost like deer pose. Nice. And then we're going to just reach up here and then fold over the legs. You may feel some unevenness in the hips, so try and bring them down or push the weight over to feel more of the stretch. And slowly come back up. And bring the right hand out to the right. You're going to lift up, stretching the left hip flexor here. Really engage all through the glutes. Lift, open, and then gently come down. Bring the hands to the heart here. We're going to try and bring the left foot forward, just using your body weight. Both feet on the floor. Come into boat pose here. Come down to low boat, high boat, low boat, high boat. Nice and strong, stay with me. Low boat, high boat. And now we're gonna shift so the left foot comes in forward and the right foot comes behind you, coming all the way into pigeon. You know, the shuffle is good if you feel this kind of, my body's not moving the way I want. Those transitions, like, just embrace that a little bit. They'll become smoother with compassion. So again, stay upright, a little active here. I like to tuck the balls of the toes sometimes. And puff up the chest like a pigeon. And then 5, surrendering breaths into the left hip. And begin to make your way back up, sliding to the left hip, swinging the right leg forward, finding this nice opening in the right hip. You might have to pull your left hip out a little bit. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. If it's too awkward, you can always extend out or just come into a cross-legged position to open up the legs. Slowly come back up. And then we'll do the same thing here. I do like to tuck the toes on this kind of lifted pose. So we're going to bring the left hand back, press into the legs and knees, lift up, stretching the right hip, opening. And gently release. Same thing. Bring the hands to the heart and use your core muscles to kind of shift the weight. Bring the right leg forward. Extend the left leg. And come back into a high boat pose. Low boat. And high boat. Nice. And then just squeeze the knees in here. See if you can keep the feet off the ground. If you need to put them down, that's fine. Just wrap the legs tight, open up the back, and release the forehead down. Cool. So we just have a few more minutes. Feel free to write anything if you want some last poses or take it from here. Let's come into an open leg straddle here. Again, kind of shifting the hips. Sitting up nice and tall. And we'll do a little kind of vinyasa stretch here. So inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, we'll move over to the right leg, reach the arm up. Left arm comes up. Exhale, fold over the right leg. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, over to the left leg. Exhale, release over the left leg. Inhale up. Same thing one more time. And then gently release. Bring the feet back together. Find some space so that you can lay down. And then just extend the left leg long. Take hold of the right knee and push out. You're going to use the right leg to kind of lower down, curling into the body, and then squeezing the right knee into the chest. Encircle the foot. Feeling the earth support you, but also feeling your strength. Take the right knee up and over the body, extend the right arm out. And come back through center. Squeeze both knees in. Begin to rock up and down. I really like to rock on this upper part of the back to kind of stretch it out a little bit. And then come back up. Extend the right leg long. We'll ride the left leg all the way down, squeezing it in. When you're ready, take the left leg and twist. And come back to center. Squeeze the knees in nice and tight. And then bring the arms down by the side. We're going to extend the legs. You can stay here and kind of boat legs, but we'll come into fish pose. So either legs down or halfway up, bringing the crown of the head to the mat. Come into lion's breath here. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, stick out the tongue. 2 more. And gently release down into your Shavasana. And close the eyes and rest the body. This yoga practice is like a recharging station. Clean things out and fuel up for action. He's calling to you. Feel the energy in the body. And feel the energy in the spirit. Begin to wiggle the hands, bring the hands to the belly. Take a deep breath in and out. Really begin to wiggle the body. If you're laying down still, you can reach your arms up overhead. Just wiggle, stretch, whatever you need. And then when you're ready, make your way up to a seated position. Sitting up nice and tall. Just taking a moment to really think into the tapas and the discipline of what our communities and what our societies are calling for from us. I encourage myself and all of us to move forward and to be resistant and strong. So with that, we'll bring our hands to our heart center and we'll om one time and then we're gonna hum one time, like a little buzz. So breathe in and om. Deep inhale and hum. Thanks everyone. Asante Sana. Namaste. You can always message me or Yoga Moves Us if you have any questions or comments. There's a lot going on right now and everyone's voice needs to be heard if they're witnessing injustices, and this is also relevant in the yoga community. So, be aware that there's ways to make your voice heard if you're seeing things that aren't in line with where our community needs to be. If you have more questions about that, you're welcome to reach out to me. Otherwise, have a great evening. Take care.